What's up, guys? Welcome to Emin Nuruddin's channel, Life of Emin Nuruddin. And today I'll be reacting to a video about slave trade and a lot of things about slave trade that was never said that it was like kind of like in the shadows in the unknown, and we'll be beaming light in Lagos, Nigeria, the slave trade in Lagos, Nigeria years ago. So let's jump right in.
Guys, this is heavy, man. And this is what they wear on their neck. All true. When I was younger, I used to hear stories about how foreign ships used to come down to the coast of Nigeria and take a lot of us away as slaves, like in millions, to go and work for them overseas under very inhumane conditions. Off the coast of Lagos is a place called Badagry, and this place holds a significant history in the slave trade era. So I want you guys to come along with me and let's see what happens in Badagry. I have long legs. Badagry is a place where many slaves were kept, and it's also a place that tells the story of how the slave trade started. It was one of the major routes for the transatlantic slave trade. I don't really know a lot about the slave trade, so I decided to go down here and meet up with somebody whose grandparents were alive during the era of the slave trade to tell me the story about how slave trade started in Nigeria. How far now? How are you doing? Yeah. Yeah, Tayo.
The compound that we are is known as Brazilian Barracoon. And Barracoon is a
Brazilian
Portuguese
Barracoon.
word,
What a
meaning
name.
slave cell or storehouse where the slave were being stored. And the compound right now, we have to talk about 40 rooms in this compound.
Okay, so this is where they kept slaves?
Yes, in the olden days. And that is say each room contained 40 slaves. So this is called cowrie shell, as you can see.
Okay.
So those are the kind of currency our forefathers used then.
Yeah, this is what they used to use
Yes.
as the means of exchange.
Yes, but when they came, them say they can do business with our with this kind of money. Right on the wall, these were some of the European products that were used in exchange for the slave when they arrived. Like if the European give you one umbrella,
Yeah.
you give them 40 human beings as a slave.
40 slaves for one umbrella.
Is this one of the rooms
Guys,
that
that's
40 people?
hilarious.
Yes, yeah.
40 people
40, yeah.
inside here?
Yeah, and we have 40 rooms in the compound.
Wow.
This one is called covering yoke. They use it to join two slaves together. They put this at the ankle or the
Okay, to join two slaves together by the
second
leg.
slave. Now look at that small window tile. Can you see that small window there?
Yeah.
And that's what we provided the ventilation. Imagine 40 able human beings in there for 3 to 4 months.
40 human beings inside here.
For that small
Imagine the odor, the
ventilation.
heat. Imagine how many human beings cost.
Guys, 40 people being in this small room with that small opening as a only source of ventilation. That is crazy. Imagine the death toll that would be recorded at that time. Let's go.
Died here. That's the reason when people come there, tell them you are not here to cash fund, but just to feel the pain the people at the bazaar felt. And those are the items that are showing on the wall. Each go for 10 slaves. These are 50 human beings. Look at your back there. This bottle, if you look closely at the body, you see 1873. Be customized on the body.
Yeah,
that's 10
1873.
human beings standing. So,
Guys, can you imagine the conditions that the slaves had to live in? 40 people in a room that is not even enough for one person. 40 people had to stay inside that room. I can't even begin to imagine how most of them would have felt.
so these are the canon.
Okay.
100, that's 200 slaves.
For this cannons, yeah.
European give you the longer,
200
give them
human
100
beings
human
in
beings.
exchange for this.
Wow. These are the chains they use for the slaves.
You can see, that's why I say you can see how
Wow.
which you want
So
to
they put it, yeah, let me try it.
Okay, so just tell the people how you feel.
Wow, this is heavy, man. Fuck, this is heavy. Ouch.
Even just
This is
seeing
even
it from
drawing.
here, it's
You?
heavy.
Guys, this is heavy, man. And this is what they wear on their neck. All true.
Yes. It should be in a single file, in a straight row. This another neck, another neck. It could be like 100 of them.
Wow, man, guys, this is very heavy. And they wear this all day, every time.
Yeah, while they're taking it away.
And it's even, this thing at the back is so not comfortable.
Yeah. And that's their drinking pot here.
Oh, this is where you drink
And they
from.
don't allow them to use cup, but they almost they tie the hand at the back. They do water this way.
Wow.
So
So
imagine,
everybody goes
yeah,
in.
imagine why the water get below.
Mhm.
Why
Imagine having that chain so heavy on your neck and you still have to bend this low to take a drink. What a punishment. Lord God, people have suffered a lot in the past. Like, though there's still some slave trade on the ground going on in some countries, so just can't
strong
imagine
government
this.
the earth can still injure the slave?
Wow. Just putting the chain on my neck, those chains were so heavy and it was hurting my neck, as you can see in the video.
Hmm.
And these people had to go through all of this and they had no choice. Separated from their families, separated from everybody that they knew, and sold. As you can imagine how these people were treated. So now we're going to the point of no return. And for us to do that, we have to cross over this lagoon here and get to the other side. That's where we see the point of no return. Point of no return is a point where once slaves get to, they can't come back anymore.
You know, Badagry was founded around 1425
Okay.
by a man called Agbede.
Agbede. Okay.
Agbede, yeah. And Agbede means blacks meat in Yorubas. The slave ship, which is called cargo ship,
Okay.
will be awaiting the slave
On the other side.
at the other side of the
That's
bridge.
at the Atlantic
Yeah,
Ocean.
Ocean, yeah. They will come in, get to the town, get the number of slaves that they want.
Okay.
After getting the slaves, they will now walk them in a single file.
Down to the beach.
Beach. They'll be in a straight roll,
Wow.
and that heavy chain will be on their necks.
You know, most times when they talk about the slave trade,
Okay.
it's always looking like, okay, it's just only the Europeans that were selling slaves. But it kind of seems like we Nigerians were also selling ourselves as slaves.
Very, very correct.
True,
Like
very,
me,
very
that
much
I'm
correct.
standing with you.
Yeah.
My forefathers were not slave traders, but we own slaves.
Are you serious?
So there's this thing I just want to shine the light on. I see a lot on the internet. You hear a lot of people say it, especially on the internet, how slavery. Talking about slavery, they're just talking about the white man coming to Africa to take the black man away, and it's not always about that. Slavery started long, long time ago, even before the whites coming to Africa. Okay, Africans themselves have been putting their own brothers into slavery. Yes, they sell their own people into slavery within themselves. Take for instance, if two communities are having a conflict, and one community wins the conflict, like defeat the other community in a war, the the community that lost the war, that lost the battle, will be taken into slavery. They call them victims of war. They'll be taken into slavery. Their wives, their children, the men, everyone will be taken into slavery. They'll be sold into slavery, sold to another kingdom entirely to be used as domestic slaves. So even the Arabs, all of this in Africa have been going on. So selling of slaves to one kingdom to another, to the Arabs and the rest. It has been going on for long, even way before the Europeans came and joined the trade. So it's not just a white man selling a black man thing. When people talk about slavery, especially in, yeah, I hear it a lot about Americans, the black Americans face, it's a lot of the white man that did it. No, it has been long ongoing among the black people in Africa. That's one thing I just want to share the light on. That's what they're also saying right here. I'll take it a little bit backward and
But it
let
kind
me.
of seems like we Nigerians were also selling ourselves as slaves.
Very, very correct. Like me, that I'm standing with you.
Yeah.
My forefathers were not slave traders, but we own slaves.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
You understand? How do we own our slave? If you have a money, then
Yeah.
you can move down to the market
Yeah.
and buy your slaves. In the
Okay.
market, you buy slaves from the
Wow.
market.
So they used to sell slaves
Like
like food,
something like
like
that.
going to Mr.
You
Biggs.
see, this is what really happened. It's of two sides of it.
Okay.
In some part of Congo, even part of Nigeria,
Yeah.
there's some places that they invaded
Okay.
and they took the people away forcefully as a slave.
Okay.
But in some part of it, there's some part where by the Africans, locals or the chiefs, the warrior, they are also their facilitator. They sell their own people. Because when they came, okay, we fought war then.
Okay.
Man want to dominate your domain, your kingdom.
Okay.
You understand? That ego is within us. You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
So, like now, if your village and my village had a fight,
Yeah.
See
eventually,
what I'm explaining
if you
over there?
won the fight, you take the people away as a slave to your own town,
To your
I'm
own town,
saying?
and
just
they'll
like
be
yeah.
working here. You
Yeah.
understand?
Just
And
like they do in war and
war,
yeah.
the victim of war. You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
So they'll be working for you.
Yeah.
But when the European came, they made the trade on ground.
Oh, they made the slave trade. So the slave trade
Yes,
was
It
already
has been
happening when they
ongoing
before
came.
in
they arrived.
Africa.
Yeah.
It's not that
Wow.
the
So they met the trade
Europeans
on ground.
brought it. You know
Okay.
that.
We've been enslaving ourselves before
Exactly.
they arrive Africa.
That is the
We
point I'm
betrayed
trying to make.
ourselves,
Hmm.
which is still happening up to date.
Up to today, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
you
that's the,
understand?
that's where I'm going to
So,
with this.
it's
Yeah.
still, so if you check record, go and check record, or quote me.
Yeah.
Most of the slave facilitators, their children were the ones still ruling in Africa up to date.
Hmm.
Yeah, so you see the same system going on up till date. The blames are on both sides,
Sides
the European and the
and the
African
Africans.
facilitators. You understand?
Yeah.
As a child, when I was growing up, the story my own forefather, my grandfather, my father used to tell me then about who we are on the surface of earth, I realized that we are very, very powerful.
Hmm.
We can disappear. You can
True.
tell the ground to open, it will open. How
True.
That's
come?
True.
Africans,
The
right?
Africa, yes.
Yeah.
How comes the
True.
European comes around and
And
force
We do
all,
magic
force
to
us to
yeah,
do
you
Africans.
what we
understand?
didn't want to do.
For
Yeah.
real.
Later, as I now realize that we sold ourselves
Ourselves.
into slavery. They know that we are very, very powerful. They know who we are. You
But
understand?
it seems we don't know we are. We don't know the power that we have.
We know that we are very powerful. Out of 12 disciples, there always be a
We are
Judas.
Judas.
You understand? Somebody must betray one person. You understand? Slave spirit
That power led most of them
accumulation
to
the
Well.
world.
want to
Hmm.
Let's say
oppress
the
their
water.
fellows.
To buttress. Now, who dug this well? That's the question. This well was dug by the African chiefs.
Hmm.
Why do they have to dug the well? Good. Now, the movement of Africans
Mm-hmm.
to America through that it's known as Middle Passage. They call it Middle Passage. And the name of the slave ship
Wow.
is called cargo ship, which could take like 600, 700.
Humans
It
were
was the
stuck
Portuguese
in
that
this
started the trade.
ship.
Yeah.
Most of the
Lord
slave
God, I have to pause this and take a deeper look into it and again. Just look at the way these humans are arranged in this ship, meant to lie down like fish, like a bunch of animals, bunch of non-living things, and they'll be taken across the Atlantic Ocean, if you know how big the Atlantic Ocean is, all the way from Africa to the West Indies, which is present day America. It's crazy. It's crazy.
moved from Africa then, they student to Lisbon.
Okay.
Lisbon is a very
I feel
big
like crying
slave
right
market in
now.
Portugal
Don't know
then,
why my
Yeah.
eyes
where
dry up.
everybody get to get their slave. Then later, along that the English joined. And the
Hmm.
name of the first slave ship is being Jesus of Lubeck, or Good Ship Jesus,
Why do
Hmm.
they
owned by
name it?
King Henry VIII of England.
Why do they name it Jesus of Lubeck? You're carrying out a slave trade, and you're naming it Jesus of Lubeck. Does Jesus approve of that? Lord God, these people must really be a villain.
Then.
Real
But
life
later, Queen
villain.
Elizabeth rented it out to one of the slave party called Johns Hopkins. And they started taking Africans away as a slave to work for them. And
Hmm.
most of the town in America, even though the White House
Built
underground was built
by
by
black people.
black people.
I don't know how
Now,
true that
on the
is
slave
though.
ship, we could have like
Why I was being built by black men.
673,
Just comment on
200.
the
It
comment
depends the size
section.
of the slave ship.
Drop a comment on
And
the
the
comment
crew,
section if you
they were
know
taking the slave
how
away.
true
They are
that
no more
is.
than probably 25 to 30 people. They were taking like 600
That
or
the
300
writers
slaves
were
away.
built by black
So
men, by
most
black
often,
people, black
why taking
slaves.
it away? If the
I
slaves
don't know how true
supported the
that
land
is.
Mm-hmm.
and it's aggravating, you understand, or they have any opportunity, they'll kill all the crew on board. They will not add a
Hmm.
sailor to sail that to any available land. They will not occupy. The only person they will not kill them is the
Is a
sailor.
sailor.
They will ask the sailor to sail back to any available. I think that's what
Wow.
happened in Guadeloupe
Slaves.
and
Wait,
some
wait,
part,
wait,
most of
wait.
the
It's saying
Caribbean, those
something
areas.
right here. Let me
Oh.
take it back a little bit.
And they supported the land
Mm-hmm.
and it's aggravating, you understand, or they have any opportunity, they'll kill all the crew on board. They will now add the sailor to sail down to any available land. They will
Oh
not.
my
They,
goodness. So the slaves would, some of the slaves will do overpower the crew on board. That was amazing. And they'll sail to another island, telling the sailor, don't go back, just keep going. Take us to an island where we can start afresh.
only person they
Wow,
will
we
not
learn
kill them
every
is
day.
Is the
It's a
sailor.
they
new
will ask the sailor to
discovery.
sail back to any available. I think that's what happened in Guadeloupe and some part, most of the Caribbean, those regions,
Oh, okay.
Haiti, Bahama, all
Haiti,
those
all those
areas. Yeah.
places. Yeah.
So now the African chiefs came up with idea. What can they do so that the slave will be less aggressive? That's where they have to do it.
Hmm.
Once the slave walk in a single file without heavy chain, the stopover will be here to give them the water to drink. When they consume the water, we are told that
In
they
the
will lose
body of the
their
world, you can
memory.
tell that
Wow. It
that
will
thing
wipe their
have been
memory.
there for more
They
than
will sleep for
100
life
years.
for 3 to 4 months. It will weaken them. Not really that you wipe, when we wipe their memory.
Yeah.
Why are they taking them as Why
True.
do you know they can
True.
use
They
it?
can't do anything. Wow.
So it will weaken them for 3 to 4 months. By then they will have sailed down to Europe or America. They will now regain their
Yeah.
strength
Strength
or
back.
memories back. So
Wow.
government call it slave actuation, some call it memory loss. But ironically, some say the water is still effective. Some say it's not effective.
So
Some don't know
if I drink this
how.
water now, I'll forget
That's
I'll
what
forget
they
my
say.
memory for the next
Give it a try. Give it a
4 months.
try.
So
Oh
for
yeah,
more to
we'd
3 months.
like to see
But some
that.
say the power is still there. Some say it's still effective. Some say it's not effective. But we don't know how true to see because we never see a single source. Okay, let me
Let me try it.
see if I'm going to. Although sometimes you see some tourists say they will take it, but when we get here, you know that the water is dirty.
Dirty,
That will
yeah.
discourage them
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah.
So that's the way. Then after giving them the water, they'll now move them to the point of no
Return.
return.
But
So
this well was dug by Africans,
ships, yeah,
the
yeah.
chiefs.
Even in Benin,
They also have one too.
their
Okay.
own in with their own is a tree like
Hmm.
this. We call it tree of memory loss. The women will go around the tree 7 times, the men 9 times, and we're told that they will lose their
Lose
memory.
their memory. Wow. This is the point of no return that I was telling you guys about. By the time the slaves get here, this is where they board the ships that take them all the way to Europe and all those other countries where they have been sold.
The monument that used to be here
Yeah.
is this two straight pole here. This
Okay,
one
this
and this
one's
one, yeah.
yeah.
There used to be an object on top them.
Okay.
That the object symbolize human being, and there's a chain that connected them. We call it
This place is
arc
beautiful.
of departure.
Arc of departure.
Departure. So when they
Natural
move them,
grass
they'll pass
line.
under the arc of departure. This is the bottom of the
This is
slave ship.
beautiful.
Yeah.
One slave head here. The
Ocean
next one that we
front.
follow,
Is on
the
is
head
the
will
head,
be
the
here.
leg, yeah,
Head
leg,
there.
head, yeah.
The reason that they don't want the means of communication within them here, that's why.
Oh
So
wow.
another deck, another deck. The state government came up with beautiful idea. I used to call it beautiful idea
Okay.
that they should build another monument in conjunction with the arc of the departure, and that's why they have to construct this tunnel. That when
Oh okay.
tourists comes here, you go in, probably there's going to be some artwork, pictures that
Inside, yeah.
you go in as if you are going to Europe or America, then
Yeah.
you come back to Africa. You can see the
Africa.
tunnel.
Oh,
So we
that's how
call
it
it
goes down.
door of return instead of no
Return.
more point of no
Return.
return. But this project that you are seeing here is getting more than
Transit.
it's more than probably getting to 10 years now.
10 years.
Believe me honestly. So we don't know where they're gonna
Complete
finish
it.
it.
Wow. It's very troubling to
Typical
listen to
Nigerian
and
government.
see all of the things people have been
Find it
through.
difficult to
And
forget
when you get to
projects.
this place, it's not being preserved. This part of Nigeria's history is not being preserved as it should be. The memory loss well that the
Exactly.
African chiefs built is also not being preserved. The monument at the point of no return is practically falling apart. It has been under construction for over 10 years. That's a very long time. I believe that history plays a very important role in the development of a country. If you don't know where you're coming from, how do you know where you're going? If you make mistakes
You
and you
set it
don't
up,
learn
bro.
from them, how do we know how to move forward into the future? How do we know how to build the future if we're not keeping records of all the things that have happened in the past? I believe that within a couple years, if these places are not being preserved properly, we would have no history. One of the reasons I'm doing this video is to shine a light on the story of the slave trade in Nigeria. Secondly, is to showcase Badagry as one of the most important parts in Nigeria's slave history. I believe Badagry should be preserved not just for ourselves, but also for the people who are coming after us. They also need to know about where they're coming from. They also need to know their history. It was very mind blowing going back in time to learn about how slave trade was started in Nigeria. That's all I have to share with you. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe. And I'll definitely see you guys.
Yeah, guys. Yeah, guys. I'll recommend this channel. You can go subscribe to this channel. Tayo Aina. And also subscribe to this channel right here, Life of Nuruddin, if you want to see more reaction videos on exclusive facts and other things we uncover in this video. That was it. Leave a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Now, peace out.